Submarine friends, I've had a little setback. I had to remake my water-cooled exhaust manifold. Sometimes I can be such a bonehead. Anyways, this is the new manifold. Worked out pretty good this time. I had a couple of errors. First of all, welding these flanges on to bolt to the head. I didn't allow enough room so that I could weld from the back side, and the nozzle on the MIG is kind of big. So that was my first mistake. And the second mistake was I couldn't get it in the chuck of the four-jaw chuck on the lathe. So I started over because this has to be right, it has to be perfect, it can't leak, blah, blah, blah. So I had pinholes in the other one and I couldn't get at them to weld them up. So this time I got smart and I welded these on last from the outside. So I just made the opening bigger. So you can see, I don't think you can see it, but I have to spend some time with the die grinder and clean up those ports. So all I did is weld this all together on a plate, and then I put it in the lathe and then I machined it flat. So that really worked out good. So it sits like this on the engine. This is in the back. This will get welded on, but I need to know the height. And water in, water out, and then there's a drain plug on the bottom. So after every trip in the submarine, I'm just gonna have it rigged up so there's a drain line on here with a drain valve at the bottom. So I can drain this thing after every dive. So let's say I get some kind of a pinhole leak in the header pipe inside this chamber, that could drip into the engine. So if I simply drain this at the end of each dive, it can't leak because there's no water in the chamber. I have to drain the compressor anyways, so it's no big deal to have a few procedures to go through at the end of a dive. I mean, I have to do that even with the electric submarine, so no big deal. So there you have it. I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out pretty good. This, like I said, is going to get welded on. That's pretty flexible. So onward. Ciao.